Hello, everybody, and welcome to a blank screen because I forgot to turn on all the right stuff. And that's the wrong side.
Ain't it always the way?
Yep.
That one. There we go. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Dungeons and Dragons, not Crunbull. I can hide that again. Where we are once again joined by a bunch of crazy people who seem to be missing.
Hello, that's me.
We have Sean,
As always.
Digi,
Yep.
we have Kitsu,
Konnichiwa.
and we have Kari.
Guten Tag.
And we are diving back into Tomb of Annihilation.
Crazy Town.
You can say that. You could say that, yeah.
You have to be crazy to think that this jungle is anything other than insane.
But who would like to recap our last session that we had? Who had the best notes?
The question is it Funky Town?
Yeah, well, you take me to Funky Town? Better question. Better question about my notes rather than who has the best ones. Why did mine have a toothpick in it?
That is a very good question. I don't
Demon
know why.
magic.
It was a place saver. That's why it was there.
Yeah, probably. Hmm.
Well, what I do know is that we found a heart and we got teleported into it. Ta-da!
A giant floating stone heart, occupied by one Valindra Shadowmantle, a mage of whom Diggory at least ways does not trust. Seeking the Soulmonger, supposedly the source of the undead curse. As such, a tentative alliance has been made between her and the party, and whether or not this is going to blow up completely in the face of Diggory, who is attempting to be sneaky, we shall find out.
And I do believe we ended the last session as the party fell asleep in the heart.
Yep.
Yep.
And everyone does not trust her one bit.
There's nothing.
Maybe.
Not a bit at all. Meanwhile, I'm gonna make sure I update HPs on my side that are good and proper.
We are still on the loading screen.
That actually reminds me, I need to switch over to my actual gameplay.
Oh, the game is up and running.
Oh yeah, I know the game is up and running, but what wasn't running was my visuals. There it is. Fixed it.
Uh-huh.
Character sheets are on. Mine and Les's. I'm just going to continue assuming control of the party character.
Assuming direct control.
Installing Jump dive. You're diving into the character.
Well, the morning will come.
Ah, yes. Diving into the mute character. Not exactly much I'm going to be able to say.
You guys will be woken up by the actual smell of some freshly baked bread being brought into the container that or into the area that you're in. As you see Valindra carrying a small basket with a bunch of freshly baked goods in it.
Hmm. A mage, a researcher, and a baker. Our host is possessed of many talents, it seems.
Oh, you give me far too much credit. I literally just conjured the food.
Still a skill I wish to possess.
Just a few more minutes.
Never mind her, she's a college kid.
Oh, I remember those days back when I was studying magic in the colleges so many years ago.
Hmm.
However, I never really wanted to be a paladin. Oh.
Well, friends, you are welcome to stay here as long as you need to recover for yourself, but um, it may be worth noting you might want to the earlier that you head off, the quicker that you can get to Omu and get and complete our deal.
Hmm. This is very true. Hmm. Well, honestly, I'm more than well. I'm more than energetic enough to keep going. Say, fine sleep. Always sleep better after a good read.
Did you find anything interesting in my notes?
Most certainly. Your observations on the undead will be most helpful. And I also have to say, I may have unlocked a few things of my own through your notes. A couple of connections I'd been missing.
I am very glad to hear that you were able to achieve a goal of your own as well.
And I thank you. It wouldn't have been possible had our chance meeting not encountered, happened. I am terribly sorry. Sometimes communication is not my strong point.
It's understandable, as I am normally locked away from most of the living when I am researching. It is a bit hard to. Well, I lose a little bit of the syntax as well too. But truly, hopefully, you all will have an amazing and fruitful journey. Um, if you feel you are strong enough, you could head directly for Omu. Although, don't forget that these lands do hold a bunch of other amazing treasures.
Yes, I'm sure that they do. And I believe any of those would be fine additions to the clan's collections as well. We shall be certain to keep an eye out.
No, nonetheless, the
And
supplies.
please don't let the Minotaur be the only one speaking. I mean, need I remind you I only have like 9 charisma? I should not be the face.
Just a little more, please.
All right, 10. I have 10 charisma.
Perfectly average.
Yeah, but are an actual charisma persons sleeping?
No, she's like drooling all over the floor.
No. Either way, as soon as you are ready to continue your journey, no matter where it may be, please let me know, and I will uh, cast the spell to return you back down to the normal level.
Oh, that'll be greatly appreciated, Miss Shadowmantle.
Oh, by all means, you may call me Valindra.
Only if you will call me Diggory.
I believe I have.
So you have.
Good one, player.
Like I said, 10 charisma. Well then, the bread is fresh and the day is young. Shall we shake the paladin awake and partake of the day?
Yeah. Let's go.
All right. Good job. All right, so we are here. Our technical target is here. That is easily 2 weeks of travel, assuming we don't get lost.
Eh.
I've got a sneaking suspicion that from what I can see of the map, that we'll be going straight through some of the densest undead areas in doing so.
Yep. Seems like it. Probably.
All right, so who, not me, is going to be leading this little adventure for the day?
Bear with me 1 second, guys. My roll 20 on my one screen is lagging so bad that I can't even keep up. I'm gonna leave this here
Oh no.
and try and go back in again. Technical difficulties.
Oh, always the way.
All right, I have a good sense of direction I can lead.
Hey, well, hang on then, short one. Tap tap. We seem to have found an invisible plot wall.
Not plot wall, technical difficulty wall.
I mean, you
Says
have
the says
There's
the
a,
you have
great
the
sky
there's a
notes and
voice.
couple
all
of
you
there's a few goblins and kobolds and hard hats and construction equipment going on. Like, hey, we're supposed to be done right now. We're supposed to be done right now. We're behind. Hey, we're behind. We're behind schedule and over budget. What does you think this is? Government work?
They're not actual kobolds or goblins, they are just Muppet versions of them.
Perfect.
and they all sound like Stanler and Waldorf.
Oh, dear God.
Oh, behind schedule and over budget. This really must be government work. I ought to be careful. I ought to be careful. They're gonna get dozed. Oh!
Relevant
I'm
topic is
sorry,
relevant.
I'm an old fan of Muppet Show, and I absolutely love Statler and Waldorf. Oh, fuck.
You gotta pop onto my stream then and play around with the heckles.
With just Statler and Waldorf heckles.
Yeah. What the fuck was even that?
Yeah, I do what the what?
That was on the original Azure Lane officials.
So it was one of your buttons.
It does. It does. Yeah, that does sound like that does
Okay.
sound like a very thirsty ship girl.
All right.
Extreme violence!
Oh, dear goddess.
We shall try this, but
So how's that technical difficulties coming along?
it's not. So we shall try this and see if we can't get how far we can get with this. But yeah, it's my DM side that I'm having the difficulties. On the player side, it's fine.
Hmm.
Ooh.
Ba-do-ba-do.
So we'll just go ahead and keep going, and I'll do the best that I can here.
That's okay. Our DM is
That's a good girl.
All right. So who is rolling for your travel direction?
Mm-hmm.
I believe Ramira said that she was going to.
I need survival and what direction you are trying to go.
Did we even pick the direction?
Well, that's the question. Do we want to head straight to Omu or maybe one of these other places? Ataz Kahakala, Kur Sabal, Ataz Akalwazi,
I shouted
Or-
up a dude down.
Ishao.
Or even
Find some witch doctor to tell me how much we are in love with you and just be like, ooh, ooh, ah, ting, tang, walla, walla, bing, bang. Let's just go to Omu.
But what about Port Nanzaru? We haven't been there yet.
Well, maybe you haven't.
She has. See, that's how you met her.
Oh, that's true.
She wasn't there long. Also,
I need survival and a direction you're traveling on the hexes.
You know what? I'm feeling up for adventure. I'm going towards this Ataz.
Ready for adventure.
Oh,
So are you
I'm
headed
not
here
wanty.
or this way? Which way are you headed?
north, south, east. Pick a cardinal hexagonal direction.
Going
give it a
west.
ping. Well, which west? There's two wests.
There's northwest and southwest.
And there's Z West.
What about Key West? And maybe we'll find those country roads and get to West Virginia.
But they won't take you home
Oh,
to the place where you belong.
So yeah, that one or that one. They both go the same direction. But it's just that hex or that hex.
Who knows? We might find the god of Elder Scrolls, Keanu Keeves.
No, Rihanna Keeves.
Keanu Keeves. Keanu Keeves.
Ah.
Sorry.
Bear with me one more
Well, at
moment.
least it could very much be worse. We could end up being on the swine trek. Being invaded by Darth Nader. But who is this foul felon? The world may never know.
Look, don't make me sick Megamate on you.
No, that's Dark Helmet. The Ring of the Schwartz. Merchandising, where the real money of the movie is made.
Shall we just get going to the Hakla for fuck's sakes?
Well, which direction? Northwest or southwest? We've been waiting on you.
This square or this one?
Southwest then. Fucking hey.
Okay.
That's all we wanted.
That's right.
And
The
your
circle
banter
goes
makes
into
me
the
lose.
square hole.
Okay, time to try something else, because that's obviously not working. We may be having
That-
more technical difficulties than I thought.
We're just passing a big blue-skinned foreman with no legs. Like, hey, I want to see a resume on these guys, and don't let the one with the beak near any power tools.
That's right. The circle goes into the square hole.
And what about the star? That's right, it goes into the square hole.
What about the circle? That's right,
This,
the square
you-
hole.
And this triangle? Well, if you thought it goes into the square hole, you're correct. And this half moon piece? That's right, it goes into the square hole as well.
Oh my gosh, it works. Okay, cool. Now we are up and running. Okay, so we were going to this hex.
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
Ah,
All right.
Gotta love it.
Please, I'm
Chrome
still
stuff
slightly
works.
high.
You rolled a 25. We know exactly where we're going, so
Yes, with all your banter. Oh my god.
Okay. Your day's travel starts out almost as soon as after Belinda teleports you back down to the ground. She gave you some extra supplies that'll last you about 2 weeks or so. For at least some dry goods and food and everything like that. You end up heading out, and your day's travel is very, very boring. The area is fairly inhabit. You don't encounter anything. Your pace is quick, and before anything actually even has a chance to get to you, you have gone through the area till the night falls, where you set up camp and pass again peacefully all the way until morning. As your area seems to be, you seem to be having some very good luck lately, at least in travels, from what you can tell.
I don't trust it.
Give me your next direction, and I need another survival roll.
I'm perfectly fine with continuing to let Ramira do that.
Alrighty then.
Like, seriously, +5 is not something I can beat.
Nope.
Got lucky on the last roll. Alrighty then. We'll go northwest this time. Oh,
Still better than
Hey.
what everyone else would have rolled.
Okay.
Yep.
Because I would have gotten a 7. I think Gitsu would have gotten a 7.
part of the reason why I made the bunch.
I'd have gotten a 5. I might be smart, but I can read a map, but I can't make a map.
Okay, so I have secretly
see-
moved the party. Since you
I
guys
could
don't know what
see
you guys are
Diggory
going.
holding the map, like, so where are we? And
No, I can't. I can read the map certainly. So you,
Shadow would be like, you have the map upside down.
I'm
Oh,
I'm better than that. I'm
That
aware
would-
of, like, I can orient the map based on landmarks and and which direction is north. Do I know where we are in relation to any of those things? Hell no. And certainly coming into the fog of the unknown. um, I'm a researcher, not an explorator.
Well, at least you're a little better than an elf girl that I've heard through stories where she had both a map and a compass and still went in wrong directions.
Give a certain swordsman I know run for his money.
Okay, let me.
I did say northwest just for reminder.
What?
We pass a 7-foot tall yellow bird, and we say, "Hey, we're going to go end the undead curse. Care to join us?" No, thanks. I'm on my way to New York City to try to break into public television. I realize that is a horrible rendition of that particular character, but who can do that nasally voice that well?
The person voicing the character.
This is very true.
Hey, I'm Elmo.
I will hold
Oh,
off on that one,
boy.
considering that might be a character I play later.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy.
Oh no.
We get into battle, and everyone gets squashed. No,
Before
we
I-
run into the Mercury Dragon again.
Oh Christ.
Oh no, please no.
Well, whoever wants to swap out their character, make a wish.
As you are traveling throughout the day, you hear a large, stomping, reverberating, echoing footsteps thrashing throughout the jungle, closing in on you.
An
The
earthquake?
scent of death reeks throughout the air as bursting through, rapidly closing in with
Nope, it's
the
a
group.
dinosaur. And one that wants to eat us.
Is a undead Tyrannosaurus Rex.
And the first
no.
one we fought went so well for us.
Congratulations. It's time for initiative.
Alrighty then.
Well, let's see. Me first, and oh, good. What, Dehedro? What happens when you roll double ones on initiative?
Nothing, but I can make a rule really quick.
You start prone.
You have no idea what is going on. You are actually facing a completely different direction and will be surprised.
um, uh, uh, Dick,
Good. And less wasn't much better. Well,
Yeah.
considering that I am going to be basically at the bottom of the list, and possibly because of that, going after the T-Rex, I will be right back. No, really, this is as good a time as anyone to go to the bathroom as any, right?
All right, everybody's in there, so let us.
to be to buy your.
Let us do that, and it is Let's change the music over for
It's
a little bit
Doom's
something
turn.
more.
She's gonna fly over and punch you in the face and watch it, and it will go hurling to the moon.
Ironically, the fact that I'm pretty sure it only can do uh, physical damage, potentially, I have a good chance of doing that.
Oh,
Because
it is.
deflect attack.
It is your go, Adun.
Okay. But Hmm. Okay, what's the ruling for if you don't have a weapon equipped and you equip it?
It's a bonus action.
Okay.
Well, that's a lot nicer than Baldur's Gate 3, where it's an action to equip things.
Yep. Gonna equip the short bow. Grabbed him. And actually have a ranged option. As much as I would think I would be able to do it, yeah, don't trust it. So, attack again. 19 hit.
19 does hit
Okay.
for 6 damage.
And I get 2 attacks per action. So, another one.
That hits. Anything else you are doing?
And moving up one.
Okay. Shauna, you're up.
So let's get to think for a sec. There is an ice cream truck outside, and just like 2 weeks ago, it was snowing.
Meh.
Ours haven't started to show up yet. Not
It's
too
like-
long.
Shauna's gonna move up and go into defensive mode. And she is going to, let's see. Anything undead would be weak against radiance, correct?
I don't know.
Technically, but also not 100% on that. Because remember the whole Curse of Strahd thing.
That is true.
I went through the entire campaign having radiant damage and not getting bonus damage on anything.
Do I want to? She pulls out her brush and going to cast Moonbeam.
Okay. Con save.
For 4 damage.
Yep, for 4 damage.
It succeeded.
It did.
So,
It
2 hit damage.
it only gets 2 damage, but then
It does stay
Beam.
there.
The beam does stay there.
Where were you putting the beam? Right in the center of it?
Yep, right on it.
Well, there's a 3x3
Or,
spots,
yeah,
so you can put it directly on in the middle of it.
yep, directly in the middle.
Beam. Okay. Anything else that you're doing, Shauna?
As a defensive mode.
Okay. Ramira,
Gonna stand her ground. Brush and shield in hand. Live and turn. Living on the edge of tomorrow. Live and turn.
Okay. I'm the one that can really take the damage. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
I will be right back.
Making myself a target here. But I'm
Live
definitely
and
going into
turn.
rage already.
okay.
Yay, rage.
That way I can exactly have that resistances if it decides to act to come and get me, which I don't know. But I'd rather be a meat shield for something this big. I will be it at my turn though.
Okay.
I got no range attacks. No good
And
anyway.
Sean, are you
The
back? It is
person that's-
Les's turn. Well, technically it's the party's PC, but
yeah, the person that's in control of said person is away. Live and turn. Living on the edge of tomorrow. Live and turn. Let's see. What would we
Blech.
want?
John is Eldritch Blasting, or says that that's
Yeah, yeah, just
Oh,
got back
yeah.
as well. So all right. So since I'm here, may as well, right? And let's get 2 of them. All right. Yeah, may as well just use those both, right? 14 and 18.
they will both hit.
All right.
Live and turn.
So the first attack deals 7, and the second 5.
Okay. And don't remember if there's a size limitation to her blast.
I don't know about limitation, but repelling blast, a creature up to 10, large or smaller creature with that cantrip.
Okay, so that
Uh,
does not affect us.
Yep, not a thing that happens.
Rar. It is definitely getting chipped away. You are watching pieces of flesh just get ripped off as the moonbeam crashes. Les's Eldritch Blast race forward and smack into the sides of the thing. And it is still just roaring in anger and getting ready to come and attack. Diggory.
I'm in defense
That
mode,
roar
just
sounds
letting you know.
vaguely familiar, like something I have heard before, though I can't quite put my finger on it. Let me stare blankly to the southwest as I contemplate what this is.
I was just messing around with the surprise round. You get to act.
Oh, okay.
I'm in defense
Oh.
mode.
Oh, yes, that's right. The T-Rex that I tried to take the skull of that almost ate me. Oh, that is a T-Rex. All right, so let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You know what? Cool. I'm going to do this. I am going to summon Shadow 15 feet away from me, so like 10, like right here. So I can do that. And then, because then I move the Shadow here, that's 25 feet, so within my range. And I just need to get my character sheet actually out here. Clear that. Make sure I'm reading this correctly. Okay, I can. All right, and so here's what I'm going to do. The Shadow is going to take both of my regular attacks and an Unleash Incarnation, so 3 attacks.
Okay.
Where'd it go? There it is. Starting with 24
That hit.
for 12.
Okay.
Next hit. Oh, please.
That's a crit.
Yes. All right, so I roll a D100 first,
Yep.
or whatever.
D100 first.
63.
Triple damage, whatever you roll.
Oh, dip.
Yay.
It's a 6. It's cocked on my screen, but triple damage. So that's just the dice.
Yeah, it's triple whatever you. So you got 14. No, it's triple whatever damage you dealt. So you dealt 14 damage. So you dealt triple 14.
Oh, okay. So that becomes a 42. Yeah, 42.
And then all of a sudden, the T-Rex crumbles.
It is definitely not having a good day, but it is still standing.
I get one more attack.
That's a
That hits.
22. And for one more shot, I roll 9.
Bits and chunks are now missing from the T-Rex as Diggory's shadow just starts going ham where it is.
54. I did 63 points of damage
good
from my
job.
shadow.
It is
did.
now, unless you have anything else to do.
Oh, I need to remind myself what bonus actions I have.
Just imagining Diggory's shadow just going feral and ripping teeth, horns, and
Well, actually, no, but Manifest Echo is a bonus action, so yeah, no, that's it.
Okay.
teeth, horn, claws just ripping into the T-Rex.
And all safely, because my shadow...
20,
You know what?
25, 30.
Ooh, an intelligent T-Rex, avoiding attacks of opportunity.
The first thing that it saw is just trying to get to the quickest part. Basically, it just stepped over your shadow. But I was just doing that so I could keep it within movement range.
Sure.
First, it will use its tail attack to attack the shadow.
No.
12 will miss. Second attack,
Go-
it will bite Shauna.
Faces right through the shadow.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Oh no,
I'm pretty sure this is not an intelligent thing.
it is not, so it does not get to roll on the critical table, but
Guess what?
It's still gonna hurt.
It's gonna hurt. But our lovely It's a, re- it's a reaction.
The gift of the gem
Every time
dragon.
it- Yep, every time I get hit.
You reduce the damage by 10 in this case?
No. The thing makes a strength saving throw. On a failure, it takes 2d8 and gets
And
pushed 10 feet away from you. On a success, it takes half as much damage.
Okay. So it
Which
rolls it.
Kitsu still takes the damage.
Well, this is the damage coming in first. And because it's critical, it's plus additional damage.
Wow, 40-12.
Plus 7.
Oh, the strength is it's strong. Okay.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, he doesn't succeed on the strength save.
Hold on, I'm just double checking my math here for the actual damage you're taking. So it just rolls extra 4d12. You
Yowza.
take 69 points of damage.
Nice.
She has 52 HP.
And
Yep.
it surpasses that.
So it takes 5.
So it takes
And
5
doesn't
points
get
of
pushed.
damage.
And you're damned.
And you are down. Not dead, but there is a couple of giant teeth-sized holes in you. And as a bonus action to this, after it just took a nice chunk out of Shauna,
Gonna swing its tail again.
no, worse. Oh, maybe worse.
If it has sort of like a rotting breath weapon, we're probably gonna get roasted here.
It spits out a zombie.
Zambi.
Oh, that's tolerable. And it just doesn't get too out of hand.
More or less is in the spot in the order that it would go after the T-Rex. Okay. And let me check this. Okay. That is its turn. Dune, you have just watched this T-Rex charge up and over Diggory's shadow and take a nice little chunk out of Shauna in front of you, and then spit out a zombie that landed over next to you on the side.
And Shauna blowing up after getting that hit.
So that actually means the moonbeam, because that is concentration, is dropped.
Mhm.
Good Dune. Move up to here. And one punch at the Zambi.
Okay. A 10 will hit.
Good. For 7.
Yep.
And yeah, I won't do that. Then
Just a question. How many death saves would that death save failures would that be considered?
None yet. You
none.
didn't take.
It's
You didn't take all the. You didn't take enough to kill you outright, so you just start rolling death saves after the fact.
yeah.
I think it's an extra 50% of your HP, or somewhere between 50 and double your HP if you take it in one hit.
Yeah.
For instant kill, I've always done it has to basically do double your max HP. It has to bring you to 0 and then bring you to negative your max hit points in one hit. Kind of prevents instant death a lot, except for some other minor mechanics. But yeah.
So aside from my shadow, even with that massive critical for 69 damage, I don't think any of us would have outright killed it for that.
Yeah. Then
A wizard may have, but
that's against the dragon, the dinosaur.
That will hit.
12, and use a focus point. What? To add on stunning strike. It has to make a DC save of 13. A failed save, it's stunned till the start of my next turn.
Con save.
And, yep. Well, it would have succeeded anyway. It's a 13, so. On a successful save, its speed is halved until the start of my next turn, and the next attack roll made against it has advantage.
Okay. Shauna, you are up with your first death save.
Yep. It's been a long time since I've dealt with this.
This is straight D20 roll.
10.
You succeed on it, so you have one check mark on your on becoming stable yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Miss Ramira Bloodaxe, it is your turn.
If you're attacking the thingy, you do have advantage.
Is your mic working?
Yeah,
Can't hear.
can't
Son
hear
of a bitch. No worries, okay. I'm going to be doing a reckless attack anyway, because during my rage, I'm going to get extra damage from Frenzy on my Berserker path. Okay.
Would that be super advantage then?
It's so much advantage that it becomes disadvantage.
Oh, ha,
it's an
ha.
advantage under flow.
The reason why I say is because for the Beyond 20 thing, it has disadvantage, normal, advantage, roll with super disadvantage, roll with super advantage. Because it's already giving advantage from stunning strike.
Right. But
So
I'm
that's
just
what I was
doing
saying.
it so I can...
I'm wondering, is it actually rolling with super advantage?
No.
doubt that.
No, Shauna is screaming out in pain. Your being unconscious kind of cancels that idea out.
So we have our reckless attack roll. Go ahead and make your attack. What do you get for your second roll for advantage?
Oh, son of a. Sorry about that. I should have tagged that, but okay then.
21. You still hit. You would have hit either way. So you hit. Roll damage.
Hey, let me think for a moment, because I'm gonna need an extra. Now I'll roll the extra 2d6 after this. Damage of 9 just from basics. And then.
An extra 8.
Okay, first attack being grand total of 17
17.
damage.
Yep.
And second attack also reckless. Change that for a moment. Let's make this flow a little bit easier. 26.
26 hit.
Did the zombie actually, does the zombie have 0 initiative, or did it just not get rolled into the
It
initiative?
has actually 0 initiative.
Okay, just
Uh,
checking.
I'm not sure it has an ego with which to have initiative with, so,
Okay.
Very
hold,
true.
So hold on 1 second. So you did this.
Grand
I
total
need
16.
I need to roll this. Oh no!
What?
It actually failed a Constitution saving throw.
Yay.
As you land your second blow and rip open the belly of the T-Rex zombie, it drops to the ground dead. But
Again.
climbing out from the body I had the save on the other thing I need there. Are 4 more zombies.
just so long as they don't roll between a 1 and an 8.
They rolled an 81.
They do not get to act this this go around except for this one down here. So, anything else that you are doing, Ramira?
Nope, that's it.
Okay. It is Les's turn.
And Les is going to move towards Shauna and will use Lay on Hands, or whatever the associated equivalent is.
I don't think Warlock have that, but I don't remember exactly what her character sheet says.
Healing Hands.
Healing Hands, that's the word.
Once per long rest as a magic action, you can touch a creature to regain 3d4 HP.
I had been looking at that. I just needed to find it where it was on the thing. So here we go. 3d4 healing on Shauna. Not a lot. 5. But that's 5 HP more than she had.
I mean, she's at 5 and up.
So no more death saves for Shauna.
Yep, you are at 5, but you are at 5 HP, Shauna, if you're back. But you are currently prone.
And unfortunately,
I'm back.
all right, and you are also back as well. Les doesn't have any good close range stuff that isn't magic, so he's gonna catch your eyes as they flicker open and just sort of like,
Give a thumbs up.
yeah, give a thumbs up, point to the zombie, and just be like, please. And that'll be Les's turn,
And then it is Diggory.
who is immediately going to go this direction, seeing zombies pop out. He moves that direction. The shadow's going to move over this way. Actually, no, the shadow's going to move this way to the other zombie that's not being currently marked. See, I moved 1, 2, 3, 4, and get right in there. All right. 3 more attacks. 1 more Unleash Incarnation. Split 1 between all 3 of these zombies.
Okay.
Starting with Diggory on the bottom zombie.
That one.
27
That hits.
for 12 points of damage.
Okay.
Second zombie, just above him. Top zombie, 26
You guys are rolling in like really good today.
for 11.
No,
And then Shadow is going to make an attack for another 26 for 13.
So yeah, so you rolled a 19, a 18, and an 18 for all those attacks, John.
Oh, okay.
That is really good rolling there.
The Moigerer.
Anything
Yeah.
else that you were doing?
Actually, that third attack is gonna use Crusher and push him 5 feet back towards me. So Shadow is gonna, and Shadow's gonna follow it up.
Okay.
Yay, Blood Bolt movement.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
I actually could have done something far more clever, but let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, no, I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna retcon the clever. But anyway,
That is the T-Rex's turn. Well, he's dead. Zombie that's still standing will turn to face the Diggory, as Diggory is the last one that dealt damage to it. And it will attempt to slam. And welcome to the jam. And it will miss.
bouncing off of his chest plate.
Boing.
You're not even Bill Murray. Never mind Michael Jordan.
All right. Well, now we are back at the top of the initiative. The Dune, you're up.
Okay. Gonna take a step in and take a punch at the one below.
Okay. 18 hits.
And take another punch at the one to the right.
Hold on 1 second. So you did 9 damage there. So you smash the jaw off of the bottom zombie, and you watch as you see the undead life flicker from its eyes, but it comes back and it stays standing. And that second one will hit as well.
Oh, yes. The undead fortitude.
All right, now we have some zombie time. Or are you doing anything else, dude?
Uh,
I ate your mother for breakfast.
since I don't like the fact that this guy didn't die, bonus action of punching him.
Okay.
It was just a flesh wound.
You punch a hole in its stomach, almost sticking your arm all the way through. It looks down at your arm and then looks back up at you, seemingly unfazed by the blow. Do you have anything else that you can do, Diddy?
Nope. That's it.
All right. This zombie will take a swing or a slam over at the shadow.
Yeah, 21 gets through that.
Oh, sorry.
And as it slams into it, it falls prone because it didn't know that that wasn't a real person.
There you go.
Where'd the brains go?
Next one is this one up here. Last person to damage it was a Idun. It will attempt to slam attack Idun.
Those miss.
9 will miss.
Quit moving!
And the next one is this one up here, which only can see Ramiro. So Ramiro, it will attack Ramiro with a slam. A 16 misses. Shauna, it's your turn. You are just barely awake. 5 HP, and you can see a fresh zombie, not necessarily facing you, but looks like it's slowly turning around doing the Resident Evil intro for a zombie.
Curry, I don't know what you expected when you joined this group, but this is about what it was what it's gonna be like for the rest of the campaign. Incessant, constant, and endless pop culture references.
No different than a lot of groups I've played in, so no worries.
But
He's
Kitsu, what
going
are you
to-
doing?
She's going to slam her sword into the ground like in The Last Samurai as she tries to pull herself up.
Okay, you are no longer prone.
And let's see. What bonus actions do I have? Because
You
I
still, have
know
your,
that-
you still have your full action.
full action?
Yeah, you just took basically half of your movement to stand up. You still have a normal action and bonus action. This isn't like Baldur's Gate where if you get revived, you get like no actions.
Yeah, that's very much bullshit.
Well then, she is going to actually pull out her. She's gonna pick up her sword again, and
13 hits.
go for the go for this one.
The only one she can target.
Yep,
Okay.
screaming at the top of her lungs.
No, okay.
Anything else you're going to do?
You have 2 attacks per action.
That is true.
Also, for Dehedro, Graze only is effective if she misses.
Yep.
If
Yep.
Kitsu misses, then she does her ability modifier and damage. So,
Again.
You hit.
And then going to use, let's see, 10 lay on hands.
Okay. You heal yourself for 10.
Mm-hmm.
Na 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 na.
And that is all.
Well, it is the zombies that you just were slashing at, so it's going to turn around. And will slam attack you. Hitting for 4 damage.
I still have reaction times. Because that the gift of the gem dragon reacts on. I only have like 3 reactions of gift of the gem dragon.
You get a reaction per turn, but I think you only have 3 charges of that per day, so yeah. So
Mm-hmm.
it needs to make a con save, right?
Strength.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no. How much damage does it take?
7.
What
and it
type
gets
of
pushed back.
what type of damage is that?
It's just.
If it's a
Force.
gem dragon, it's either
Force.
it's either force, radiant, necrotic, depending on what type of gem dragon it is.
It's telekinetic reprisal.
So psychic,
It's-
probably.
It's force.
It's 4.
Okay.
Okay.
In its damage profile, it says force.
That's
Fair
what
enough.
that's what I need to
That's-
know, because that matters for this. So let's see here. Doesn't matter where it flies back to. As it slams into and your gift of the gem dragon goes off, you watch as it blows apart from the force energy as it gets knocked back and sprays all over Ramira.
Yeah.
And the tradition of somebody in the group getting sprayed with zombie guts by somebody in a party I am running continues.
Oh, bloody hell.
Ramira,
I'm sorry.
you just recovered
Sorry about
in
that.
blood and guts from the undead, and it is your turn.
Not gonna worry about the blood and guts as I'm gonna swing at this fucker who tried to take me down.
Gonna go into a rage again. It doesn't matter if it's foe or friend.
It. Ah. Oh, dear goddess. I was supposed to use Ruckus twice, but Start off with reckless as always. Oh, for okay.
15 hit.
Okay then.
That hits. Go
It
ahead
was
and roll
meant
damage.
to be.
Oh, okay. Nice roll on that
Yep.
one. Okay, because that's right. The one time I'm supposed to use frenzy, because I wasn't supposed to use it twice last time. Not sure how many times I'm repeating that now. Still slightly high.
It's a frenzy of frenzy.
Oh my,
Excuse-
that was crap for extra damage. Still standing after that?
Total of 20.
Mm-hmm. Uneasy, it's still standing after 20 hit points. I'm going to use my second attack if it's not, of course.
I'm still standing after all this time.
Sorry, I stepped away for a second. Yes, it is still standing.
Okay, I didn't hear that.
He's still standing.
Picking up the pieces
Oh.
of my life without you on my mind.
And that hits.
Wow, okay.
So this needs to be a really good con save. Yeah, no, it's gone.
And I'm still standing better than I ever did.
It is no longer still standing.
And that is it of my turn.
I was in the middle of my Elton John face. Bleh.
Bless's turn.
Les is going to turn around, shaking her head over the singing zombie, and cast 2 Eldritch Blasts, one into the head on the one on the bottom zombie that's Idun's been punching, and the other one next to him.
Okay.
So 12 and 21.
They both hit.
All right, bottom zombie get 13.
Okay.
And while you're rolling the Constitution save, top zombie will get 14.
They both are blown apart.
And that one does a Wilhelm scream.
Which I can't do, so I'm not going to.
And both are dead. Diggory also gets sprayed with a little bit of gore from the Eldritch Blast, blowing away the zombie that had already been, like, completely wrecked. But what's a little bit of gore amongst friends?
It happens.
Is Les doing anything else?
Nope, that's the end of Les's turn.
Diggory.
Diggory is going to come over here. Like, so what sort of witty pop culture reference are you?
I used to be an adventurer.
And then you took a minotaur hoof to the head.
Well, that's not quite what the reference is.
Stomp.
23 to hit.
Yep, they hit.
And it dies.
Maybe. For 10 points of bludgeoning damage. Oh, actually, I had advantage on it anyway because he's prone. But what does it matter? Still 10 damage.
You squash its head, it explodes underneath your hoof. And
It's an overused reference anyway.
the area goes silent from the combat. As each of you finally tell that the area is safe.
Well, it might not be quite the way I would want to, but I would be remiss if I didn't check to see if that skull was in some way salvageable. I don't think it will be, but never can tell.
Make me.
I don't know who had that button, but somebody had a Godzilla roar button, and I heard it. Or is that just the background
That's just
noises?
the background music. That's not a good one for right now.
No, all right.
Let's go back to the Feywild here.
Feywild.
Um, Go ahead and make me. Make it a dexterity check. Trying to see if you can save the skull. With
All right.
disadvantage. Because it is a very rotten zombie.
3.
No, as you try to carve off the skin, you realize that it was the only thing kind of holding parts of the skull together, and for the
No, I
most
think
part,
cave was the right word then.
Shauna, do me
Eh,
a favor, roll me a Constitution save.
uh-oh.
Okay. Yep, I had a feeling. Constitution save.
Oh yeah.
A 15.
Okay, you
18 actually.
An 18.
you feel perfectly
Because
fine.
Plus 3.
yep. It's one of the new things for Paladin is when she gets to this level, everyone within I think 10 feet of her, I think it is.
I
Yeah,
did kind of forget about that.
everyone within 10 feet of her uh, has a plus her charisma modifier in saving throws.
I did kind of forget about that.
Yep. It does not actually add on when you do the roll. You just have to remember that it's there.
Mm-hmm.
Sure. All right.
But yes, for you feel fine at least for now.
I feel weak.
What are you guys doing?
Yep,
Hmm.
I have what's called aura of protection.
Looting.
Assuming there's anything to loot.
On the zombies, you don't find anything really, but inside the stomach, the exposed stomach of the T-Rex, you find a small pouch that looks like it is still intact.
Yep.
These giant dinos, like the sharks of the land. Never telling what's in their stomachs. So
Are
who's
you,
gonna open it?
Well, I found it. I'll open it.
you open it to find two um, chunks of obsidian inside of it. Polished and very obviously worked obsidian into what looks to be like small little gems for jewels.
Hmm.
Cool. Selling fodder. Pockets it.
All right. Well. Huh. Well then, Shauna, how much further you think you can go after that harrowing experience? Also, I thought aren't paladins like, I don't know, immune to disease?
You would you would think that.
Hmm. But no, like, we're good to. Do you feel okay to keep going, or shall we camp here, or here close enough?
I think that I can keep going for a little while.
All right. Well, that presumably would be better to do that than stay next to this corpse. A corpse copse. Plenty of trees around, I'm sure. Anyway,
Hmm.
As you continue on for the rest of the day, you stumble upon after just a little bit after noon a now for you guys a somewhat familiar sight. A statue of Tao, um,
For the greater good.
that has been overgrown by vines sitting in a small clearing.
I I think this is good.
good to rest or good to find?
Good to rest.
Yeah, certainly.
As you approach the statue, you notice that at its base there is a small iron token bearing the symbol of a triceratops on it.
Hmm.
Must be
Holy symbol, a fetish, an icon, an offering of some type.
You know what? Um Shauna pulls out a potion. A potion of healing.
Glug.
So she gets 7. Yay.
There you go. Are you going to continue on? You have a little bit of daylight left, or are you going to make camp at the statue?
Hmm.
Considering Shauna's condition, I wouldn't recommend pushing on. At least it's not beyond what we normally would.
Agreed.
I agree. We shouldn't move. No, she's hurt like this.
Perfectly fine with camping here for the night then.
You bed
Besides,
down.
is it leastways something that we can put our backs to, if nothing else?
You bed down for the night. And besides the stench of death being pretty thick in the area that you're in, you don't notice anything else really going on. And your night actually passes peacefully. As peacefully as you can, smelling death and hearing zombies somewhere off in the distance. The next morning dawns. I will need a survival roll and know what direction that you're trying to go.
Before we move on, the The size of the trinket thing. How big was that?
A little bit bigger than about a 2-inch around medallion.
Okay, Dune pockets that during the night.
Okay. So who's gonna lead you for the day?
I still have the high survival. I think I should.
I'd also like to remember the party that I'm still carrying the boat that we bought.
Okay. I'm going
Yeah.
northwest again. 23.
Okay.
I just thought of something. You
Hmm.
know how we still have how we have the bag of holdings?
The boat won't fit in the bag of holding.
But it will fit in the bag of devouring.
I'm not. This is the second boat we've bought on this expedition. I am not sending it to some random place in the astral plane. Or assuming the still unreformed shreds on my shadow, someplace worse.
So are you trying to head again northwest or north or southwest?
Well, we are still heading toward. We're trying to go to Ataz. Kahakla.
Why don't we just say southwest, just so we can
Okay.
say we're moving forward?
We're on the road to Kalahakala. It does not
If you
work.
know where you guys were at last time.
On the trail we blaze!
Killing all the undead near.
That being said, if we stumble across El Dorado, dibs on any variety of conversations with Chell. I wouldn't be the least bit surprised if there was actually like an El Dorado somewhere in this map.
Like,
There is.
It's over here.
googly eyes.
Certainly will be if we find Chell.
Okay. You travel on for a little while, and who has a passive perception of 12 or higher?
I
That's a
do.
percent. So do I.
Yep, pass. Passive
Neither
perception.
me or less. I have 10, less is 11.
I have 13.
So, Gigi, Kari, and Kitsu, you can all hear not too far ahead of you, and then very quickly after that, smell a pack of something. Well, sounds undead. Maybe. Then, based on how everything is sounding and the intensity of the smell, it sounds like they're coming your way. But they don't seem to have noticed you guys, or at least you can now that you can tell.
Right. More of these things.
Are we in a forested area
You are
or
in a forested area, yes. An area that has enough forest that you could hide.
Dune flies up into the trees.
And guess who has the worst luck of stealth?
Diggory.
Yes.
Go ahead and roll.
Yes.
If everybody's scattering and trying to hide, go ahead and roll stealth.
At the very least, I can say that.
Never mind.
Yeah, never mind. Watch the. You know what? I'm gonna roll Les's first. All right. So just how bad is this going to be? Yes. Roll with disadvantage, please. 5.
You are caught halfway up the tree. You are
Halfway up a tree, I am holding a twig in front of my face and closing my eyes. No one can see me. My eyes are closed.
No, it's more meaning that you're like just grabbing the tree in the path. Like, haha, I have climbed up enough. My head is in, like, your head is in the bush, like the brush. But the
Ramira,
rest of
can
your body
you
is
go ahead and
not.
roll stealth for us so we can have you so we can see what your stealth roll is.
Doing the little anime style of hiding. That's what I could see Diggory doing that. The little having two branches in hand.
I am a tree. I am a tree. Tree, tree, tree. Oh, is me. I am a tree. And then the guards just come by. Hey, has this tree always been here? And I just say, yes, yes. And the guards are like, well, the tree should know better. It's been here longer.
Kari, need you to roll stealth for us.
Oh, lovely.
Hey, you still rolled higher than a 10.
Okay. The group, including surprisingly Diggory, who is doing something that resembles him trying to become a bush, holding a few things out in front of him. Watch as a group of 4 ghouls, led by a ghast, start walking by, unaware of your presence.
The only thing more stupid than my disguise are the people watching.
Everybody who would like to make a perception check.
Yeah,
Perception.
just doing this in the tree.
Seeing nothing.
It's either really good or really bad. Guess which one?
I need to do that. I'm jumping all over
I was
the
like-
place.
As I've
You
stated
said
before,
perception?
my eyes are closed.
You said perception?
Yes.
Yes.
Hmm.
Shauna will notice this. On the forehead of the ghast is a blue triangle that looks like it's been tattooed onto its skin.
Hmm.
But as that happens, they just walk past. They continue to walk past.
Nope, she knows absolutely nothing about what the triangle represents.
We do have one more person to roll perception.
I am a.
Two.
Well, that's.
Les and Ramira, if they want to.
Yeah.
Oh, let's roll a 6, so.
You probably wouldn't have been able to get any information about this, but that's no problem.
Mm-hmm.
They walk past you, and after a little while, you step out and are able to continue your journey, unaccosted by the swarm of ghouls, small as it was.
Okay. I just want to, I'm gonna ban this guy in a second, but it was
I
another view seller. I just want to
oh
point out to this guy's name, Fertile Hedonist.
Oh my.
Mm,
Yeah. So yeah, to the Shadow Realm with you.
mm-hmm. I haven't gotten anything, which is rare.
Don't jinx us. All right, you guys continue on through the rest of the day, eventually coming as the night is starting to set in on a clearing that has a small but still relatively intact ruin of what looks to be maybe a house or a warehouse of some kind in the middle of the clearing.
Kind of makes you wonder what people were trying to do this deep in the jungles.
You can make an investigation check to see if you can figure out.
If nothing else, this is a good place to rest. But let's find. I'm just gonna take a peek around for science.
Who knows jack shit?
I'm gonna also investigate.
Please, for the love of gods, roll a natural one and at least one of those dice. Oh fuck!
I rolled a 2. Well, I rolled a 3 that turned into a 2.
Sorry, do you want to
Two of
roll
us are supposed to be smart.
You can roll less as well too.
Well, let's see. Well, no, Les rolled more.
Kari, do you want to roll
Cheers.
investigate?
Well, actually, only one of
Probably
us is
won't.
actually smart.
I don't think I want to. One in investigation. No.
Okay. Diggory and both and Les will actually realize that as you kind of walk around, you'll see what looks to have been ruins of some stone walls that made a large perimeter. Um, you'll stumble across what looks to have been maybe an old shed of some kind that, as you kind of kick around the crumbling remains, you can find a few farming implements and tools.
Hmm. Hmm. Fortified farmstead, perhaps.
Well, I can't find anything of interest. Except for this plant. It's really nice. Hey, Dune, have you found anything?
We were looking
You
for
Dune?
something.
Uh, well, I guess we were trying to look for something.
Well, even if our archaeological aspirations didn't turn up much, at least we have a fairly okay place to camp.
Are you going to
Or do
enter the
we?
building?
Yeah.
Hey, Hickory, mind if I
Yeah.
ask something?
Certainly. What's on your mind, Shauna?
One of those undeads that we hid from had a shining triangle on its forehead.
Hmm.
Is there anything in your history books about that?
Above board, I do have knowledge. I personally have knowledge of something that sounds similar, but is possibly unrelated. Would I have any? Would I have any ability to any real ability to know what this is,
It is up
or
to the
do I
DM.
bullshit?
No, you wouldn't know anything about this. You haven't heard.
Uh, okay.
Well,
I have
no. Go ahead and roll
no.
roll history really quick.
Okay.
You have a very slim chance. It's a very high DC.
Fair enough.
No, you have no clue.
16 is yeah. Huh. From this region, I couldn't begin to tell you. It sounds like something similar to a to a elemental cult uprising in the Desserin Valley some years ago. But I can't see how this and that would be related.
Odd. Hmm.
Well, you
It
approach
has
the
me
structure.
worried.
You approach the structure. It is not a huge structure. 60 feet
If
long.
anybody wants to know what that reference is, play Princes of the Apocalypse. It's not a great module, but it was the first thing I ran as a DM.
But as you, shoot, where's the? As you approach, the structure is about 60 feet in one direction, 45 feet deep, but it's L shaped. So in some areas, it's not as um thick in all the areas for it. You will also find, as you enter, it looks more to be kind of like a warehouse setup. There are barrels set all along the area. There are also quite a few rafters that you find that are crumbling. The walls are, for the most part, sturdy enough to keep out the wind and most things, but they look like that they could potentially come down maybe at some time. Um, nothing that you need to be concerned about, at least for the night, from what you can tell. There's in one corner there is an actual stone well set up,
Uh-oh.
as well as in a far part of the actual deep into it there are some stacked up old burlap bags that are piled up.
I
Hmm.
just thought of the ring.
And for a little interaction here,
Probably unlikely that Sadako is going to climb out of that.
my crude drawing.
Works well enough.
Among Us.
If Among Us were square.
Yes.
If anything, the fact that it is square is more sus. Well, this can't possibly end worse than the bag of devouring. I'm gonna summon my shadow at the bottom of the well, see what happens.
As you attempt to summon your shadow, it falls for a little. It goes for a little bit, and then it vanishes. You watch it vanish.
Hmm. More than 30 feet deep, at the very least.
Is it uh is it endless?
Not that I'm willing to test. Although,
It would be
I'm just
it
gonna,
would
I'm
be
just gonna grab a
interesting.
rock, toss it in.
Okay. It falls and falls and falls. You hear a few clangs as it bounces off of the stone walls, and eventually, maybe 20 seconds later, you hear a very faint splash.
Hmm.
Well, there is water down there.
Couple of 100 feet down, unfortunately.
Make a perception check.
Alright, what? Crap. Losing track of all these windows. Double sevens!
You do, and you can make one too, because you're close enough to the well.
An 8.
Oh, she was just gonna go and say, well, it sucks for you non-flying people. I could just go down there and look normally. Just not actually gonna
Would you
do a
actually be able
perception.
to would you actually be able to do that in such a confined space?
Turns around, shows how small her wings are compared to the rest of her body. Yeah, as long as I can feet.
Magical flying, then, to a degree. Huh. I retract my statement.
Okay, well, a few moments later after the stone was thrown in, out from the well, bursts three swarms of bats, agitated and swarming around to attack.
This is just like a horror film.
That's
Wait, what is
initiative,
film?
friends.
What is a film, Shauna?
Your question is as good as mine.
I think my question is better. I'm not the one assuming knowledge.
Probably like
Crap.
one of those uh, wizards in the wizard towers would usually go for.
Damn it. Alright, I'm not gonna roll a third time on that, or
Well, you didn't select your piece, so
well, I did both times, but the problem is, well, the second time anyway. But I switched over to Les's roll a little too fast, so the roll didn't
Less
resolve.
is 18. Figure is 8. We need Ramira for initiative, and then we're good to go.
and when all the bats fly out, and Dune goes, "See, like that. That's how to do it."
Their wings are far more proportional to their bodies.
Kari, roll initiative.
Oh, I'm sorry. Bring this card up.
Ah, Moon Goddess, why do you have to be so fickle?
All right. Well, Les is up first.
Yay, less. It's more. She just blows everything up with a fireball.
But she
Not
has
just yet.
fireball.
One more level.
Which, if I remember correctly, that in one
Or
more
actually-
level, I don't care about fireball. So, nuke away. Because I get always half damage or no damage on dex saves.
Actually, this is funny. Fireball is a 3rd level spell. I don't have it as a warlock.
No, it's not a warlock spell.
Yeah, so there we go. No fireballs at all. Oh, this lets us turn. All right, well,
Literally.
sorry, I was thinking of something else.
She does have some melee AoE skills. Or spells.
Sure.
Like-
Les is going to back up a few spaces.
Like
And then-
Hadar and
That's true. Yep. So back up a few spaces and then Eldritch Blast, top and middle bat.
Okay.
Top gets 15, middle gets 23.
They both hit.
All right. Top gets 14 damage. Middle 9.
Okay. You watch as the blast smack into the swarms, and a few of the bats in the swarms fall, but are still they still seem very upset and are still attacking.
All right. Well, that's the end of Les's turn.
Ramira Blood Axe, it's your turn.
When it finally gets around to my turn, we're going to have ourselves some fun figuring out the mechanics of Crusher on swarms.
Yeah, just gonna swing at them.
As you notice, the bats didn't get moved back from the Eldritch Blasts.
We have determined the mechanics of Crusher on swarms.
Alright, Gary, swing away.
a wing a wap, a swing away, a swing a wap, a swing away, a swing a wap, a swing
All
away.
in the jungle, the mighty jungle, the bats attack the group. In the jungle, the louder jungle, the group gets eat by bat.
A swing.
Oh, scream!
Okay.
But that 21 will definitely hit.
I really should play a bard, shouldn't I?
One of your characters definitely does need to be a bard, yeah.
At least once,
think-
yeah.
I think get one of Gutser's backups as a bard.
Yeah.
Although it's more idle bard.
And your second attack?
Yeah, her backup is more idle bard. Meanwhile, I'm now building Jiminy Buffet in the back of my head.
That 15 will hit as well, too.
Yeah, one gate that time.
Oh, Jiminy Buffet.
You swing, and each swing of your axe kills a couple of the bats, but the swarm still seems to be holding together and ready and willing to attack.
No waiting time.
Right.
You have to be out of my tongue.
This swarm of bats is going to swarm all over Diggory and attack.
Honestly, I'm flattered of the attention, but yeah. Yeah, flattered of the attention, but I'd rather not. I use my reaction to cast Shield, turning my
Yay.
19 into a 24.
Okay.
Yay, shield.
You watch as suddenly Diggory's form just is covered in a shimmering force field, repelling the bats.
You have been shielded and will take no damage.
I got quite a bit from our illustrious host.
This swarm of bats will do the same thing except to Ramiros. But not finding any purchase in the attack.
And without needing to expend a spell slot.
Yatoon, your turn.
Key. I will. Here.
One punch.
And.
Ice breath. Ice breath.
Technically, I could. I do get to attack, so I can do that. Yeah, I'm gonna ice breath this one.
Okay.
Shoot.
Oh, but don't you know they're dark rock type. They don't actually have a weakness to ice damage.
As your breath engulfs the swarm, you freeze the bat and they drop to the ground, shattering into small little bits.
Cool.
Bang. Breakfast. Breakfast is served.
No, you gotta thaw them first now.
Gonna punch the ones on Diggory. Use an ice damage again. That worked. Electronic strike, I can change what damage type it is.
Okay.
Cold damage.
Oh, there's still plenty of there's still bats that are swarming around Diggory right now. But they are quite a few and a lot less.
Okay. Then going to spend a focus point and fear your blows.
Just as bludgeoning
With
damage
chopsticks.
or as any other type of damage.
I'm gonna do force.
Okay. There is but a singular bat swarming around Diggory.
Just imagining it Dune pulling out chopsticks and just plucking each bat.
Mr. Miyagi style.
Anything else that
Yes.
Idun is doing?
That is it.
Okay.
A singular bat is swarming in front of my face. And we're like,
Yeah, Fury Blows is 2 unarmed strikes.
oh, go ahead.
So I think it is just the same. Have to do this roll again.
Right, never
For
mind.
hitting.
There are no bats surrounding Diggory.
And a group of
Fun
and-
trick. Fun trick. Let me try. He goes over here, stepping across the piles of bat corpses. All right. Okay, Ramira. Hold. I was like it's just Marv and Harry from Home Alone now. Don't move, Marv. Marv.
Make your attack.
Move. Please be the right way around.
26 hit.
Oh, it is. Good.
Thank you, Saribot.
14 points of damage and then 15 to hit
15 will also hit.
for another 10. Total of 24.
Just enough to smack the last group of bats with your open palm, to smacking them down. They smack into the ground and are dead.
Ah,
Can I read out this name that Saribot just removed from chat?
oh, certainly.
Filthy Duchess.
Yeah, the bots are getting some very interesting.
Creative names.
Yes. Speaking of which, I have to get one for mine.
Ooh, share the name.
The name is Cleared Ejector.
That's not nearly as funny.
I know, right? At least yours are kind of funny. Mine's just sounds like a part of a gun.
Yeah. You know what just occurred to me?
I just sliced off I just sliced it off.
It just occurred to me. We could have sent Les's Raven down there.
That is true.
Like, Les just walks forward and was like, eh. Oh.
But considering that I just took you out, blocked them with a single ice breath, I could have just gone down easy peasy.
Also true.
None of you have ice breath.
Give it a bit more study. I'm sure I can figure something out.
But mine's all natural.
Just thinking about it, Diggory holds out his palm, and all of a sudden, a hole just appears, and out comes a breath of ice.
Oh,
what
the
is
spell Dragon Breath is literally you exhale a breath. So it would be be visually indiscernible from the real thing.
what's the group gonna do?
Yes, actually.
Well, I guess we have dinner for, I don't know, tonight?
Yeah, that's 3 ways, I suppose. Hmm.
To wait for some of them to thaw, though.
Well, that's one of the ways. Frozen bat wing, open, no, Batay. Although I don't know if we have any crackers. And give me a moment, I'll figure something out with this third one over here. Just imagining everybody just sort of rolling their eyes at that dumb line.
Well, good job, you two. I didn't even have to lift a brush.
Are you guys just going to set up camp, or do you want to finish exploring the building? What do you want to do? It is getting very late outside.
We can explore in the morning.
Fine by me.
Just searching the ground.
With a survival check?
That
Yeah.
it would either be perception or investigation.
Wow.
Jenna, as you are moving around, you notice that a patch of um, hay looks to be cleared from a small area over here, and that instead of a dirt floor that you've been walking around, you find a small wooden panel going over what looks like a hole.
Hey, there's a hatch over here.
Ooh. We'll do it in the morning.
Hmm.
It's kind of rare for a building like this to have a basement.
Are you gonna leave
Hmm.
it alone till the morning, or are you gonna open it up now? What you doing?
I'm half tempted to just sit on it all night.
Yeah, we could. Let's hope that nothing pops out from it.
Well, if Diggory sleeps on it, then you don't have to worry.
There is hay there. It's a comfortable enough paddock to make.
And besides, don't your kind like this type of stuff?
The Leatherhorn clan has been more desiring of some of the more finer things, but you're not wrong. Before this excursion, and I usually kept at some of the uh, less terrible inns, I suppose. Spartan quarters in the what's the word, cloisters, mayhap, but it certainly wasn't straw mats.
For the night, since you guys are bedding down, please place your tokens where you're basically going to be resting.
I'm assuming this is where the hatch is, so yeah.
Nope, the hatch is right here.
Alright, so yeah, there.
What is this?
That is the piles of, um, that is the large pile of sacks.
Jumps
Hmm.
on the pile of sacks.
Okay. As you do,
Initiative.
um, you are instantly hit with the dust and smell of rotten wheat that has long since um, rotted and spoiled into nearly something that is a poisonous powder. And the
Uh
whole
oh.
powder fills out and spills.
Dun 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 dun
Out to
dun
here.
dun dun dun.
So I need a Dune to make a Constitution save at disadvantage, and Diggory to make a Constitution save.
Uh, how far is?
19 for me.
I think I should have not moved.
Um,
Actually,
Uh, Diggory has a +3 to it, so
yeah.
Oh, yeah. So, 22.
Yay! I I am
You're
useful.
helping.
Idun, you are instantly racked with nausea and cannot stop vomiting in the spot that you are in, as you are very taken quickly over by some form of a illness or poison.
Mm. Ba, 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 da, 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 da. Da, do,
Okay,
do, do, do,
screw that.
do,
Screw that.
do, do, do.
I'll just trust that. I'm not. Oh, that's not great.
I think you had it bad. You tried having icy vomit.
Well, you jumped in the pile of sacks.
I thought it was
Di-
going to be soft.
Just be glad I didn't do my my first thought when that happened.
Ah. The
Good thing.
days of
Yeah.
jumping into a pool and everyone goes flying.
Neither of you were big enough to make that happen.
Please. Which is not good. And even though I am a paladin, I have nothing to be able to. Actually, I think I have something in my back to deal with that. I do!
You also have lay on hands purify poison.
That is true.
Let's say you have lay on hands because it was a new day since you got hurt from the last time.
Mm-hmm. Runs over like a medic. Medic coming through! And
Can't liberate with this broken arm.
spends 5 lay on hands.
You are no longer poisoned and feeling much better, Idun.
Thanks, Ardkar.
But
You're
with
welcome.
that, we shall call the session as you guys will bed down away from the stinking and poisonous whatever that wheat had turned into. And we will pick it up with it in 2 weeks.
Yay!
Works. Hmm. All right. Well, that was certainly fun. I wasn't expecting a zombie puking zombie dino, but we did.
Nobody expects the zombie puking zombie dino.
No one expects the Dino Inquisition.
And Donna is. I would say that she's a little bit scorned.
I mean, you have some dino-shaped puncture wounds in your body right now, but you'll be fine.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Keep an eye on them. If they start growing like black vein-like ornamentations, then we should be worried.
No, I did not implement my zombie virus part for a survival horror style Dungeons and Dragons game. Not yet, at least.
Yeah,
Well, I
there's
will.
still plenty of time for that. Still plenty of time.
I will add as a character feat trait that now she's afraid of anything dino.
Cool. Constant wisdom saves every time Diggory walks around when he finally gets that dino skull he wants.
But, all right, everybody out in Twitch land, thank you so much for sticking around. You guys have been awesome as always. I will catch you next time for more Blood Bowl, more other games, and bringing back the VTuber model. This is the only time I'm not going to have the model out is when we are doing D&D because it blocks off too much. But I will
Well,
catch you guys next time, and thank you for
a
turning out.
little bit of finagling your position. You could probably stand just to the left of the roll 20 thing.
Yeah.
Good. It's not that
At
hard
any
to
rate,
finagle it. But yeah, anyway.
sure. Anyway, as for that, over on my side, thank you all for hanging around, chatting, being all around cool dudes. And by the way, once again, Dusty Stew Duos, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Stick around here for a while if you want. I've got a Blood Bowl game in an hour or two.
Yay.
But otherwise, I will see you all in the next one, be it in either D&D, Blood Bowl, or maybe something else if I can then convince myself to play it.
Bing.
But until then, guys, I will see you all in the next one.
Definitely gonna get even more tackier.